Hey guys, what's going on? Greenville Gear. Thanks as always for tuning in. Appreciate it. If you are a veteran of the channel, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Appreciate it. I need to do some new subscriber shout outs, but I'm so behind in videos that I'll have to do that one maybe in my next one. I've got a hockey video I still need to do. I've got a stack of stuff that's piling up. I have kind of a general random cards coming in video I need to do. I also have a non-PSA vintage baseball slabs video that I need to do that are coming in, and so I've got 4 or 5 of those to show. But I thought for today I'd show you some vintage slabs baseball, all from 1959 to 1961, so I'm excited to show those. While I have you on the channel, I'll show you a couple things that sold. If you watch the channel, you know that I don't talk a lot about prices or selling or investment or return on investment or any of that kind of stuff. But like a lot of you, I like to sell cards only to buy cards that I like. I think that makes being in the hobby really fun, and so I have a blast doing it. So a couple that have sold. I had a bunch of these 2018 Series 1 Devers, and I had graded a few of them with SGC. And I kept a couple of the 9.5s, and then I set aside a couple 9s to try to sell, because I figured I didn't need 4 or 5 of them. A couple of them made me happy. So this SGC 9 just sold. So that's cool, and it's a good price. You know, it'll go off to a collector who hopefully will really appreciate it. And so that one heads out in today's mail. And then another one that literally just sold this morning is a card that I pulled from a pack, and I really like Lamar Jackson. I think he's a cool player. This is a Prism rookie patch, and this is from Optic. I pulled this from a pack, and so there's the patch there. And so somebody picked that up, and I thought it was a really cool card. And again, I really like Lamar Jackson. I like collecting him. I think he's an exciting player. But in my perennial hobby debate, it's like, okay, if I sell this card, you know, what could I get you know, that would make me even happier? So that's kind of one of the trade-offs in the hobby for me. So that's what happened. So Lamar will head out the door today as well. So speaking of cards that make me happy and I like collecting, let me show you a few from this pile. The first, as you see, is a Nelly Fox card, and I've been trying to focus my collection on vintage baseball and Hall of Famers, and I'm having a blast doing it. And I'm not particular about slabs, but in this case, for this kind of part of my collection, I'm trying to make sure that they're all in PSA holders, just for consistency. I'm not like that with my tobacco cards and those kinds of things, but I just thought it made sense for this way. So this is the 1959 Nelly Fox, Hall of Famer from the White Sox, and famous for having, I think, chew in his mouth. So it looks like even he's got some there. So this is a 1959, and this was in a PSA 4, very good to excellent. And for me, this is the collecting sweet spot. If the card has good eye appeal and a vintage card, it should look like a vintage card and be well loved. And so all day I will pick up, you know, 3s, 4s, 5s for vintage. Don't need 7s and 8s at all. That's nice, of course, but I just get a kick out of that. Great set, cool color on this one. So that's the first card. Another card that I picked up from the same year, 1959 Topps, and again, here's a classic, like Jeff Greenville Gear, like, you know, it's got a stain mark right through the center, but that's on the back, and there's another one there. This is one of these cards that is like multiple players on the card, and these can really be had, as a lot of you who are collectors know, kind of at a cheaper price than obviously a single of a player. And so I thought this was just a gorgeous card. This is NL Hitting Kings, Richie Ashburn and Willie Mays on the same card. Pretty nice centering, not perfect top to bottom, as you see there, but it is a PSA 4, and it's got Willie Mays on it. It's got Richie Ashburn. I think that's a gorgeous card. I love that green color, and so pick this one up. Very affordable, and just really happy to have it in my collection. Again, one of these kinds of cards. I've got some bids in on some other cards that are like, you know, Sandy Koufax, pitching leaders, those kinds of cards. So we'll see if I get any of those, but I just think that's super neat. So I'm going to start picking up some more of those. you know, we're all dealing with, you know, the vintage price market and collecting and so on. So I think it's really important to just collect what you like, and what you can get that will make you happy at a good price. So here's Richie Ashburn by himself. And so this is from 1960 Topps, which if you watch the channel, you know that I really like this set, and I'm trying to kind of slowly build this set out. And so this one kind of does two purposes. I get a Hall of Famer, and then I also get another 1960 Topps. I try to get a little higher grade on these for this set if I can, but really it's about eye appeal and so on. So there's the Ashburn, and again, ticks a couple boxes for me. So 1960 Topps, and then also a Hall of Famer. So excited about that one to add to the collection. Another guy I like collecting, and I think he's really undervalued. He hit over 500 home runs in his career, Eddie Matthews from the Braves. And this one's kind of interesting because it's also from the 1961 Topps set, which it seems to me is also undervalued. You can get a lot of nice cards from this set. And so pick this one up. This is a PSA 6 Eddie Matthews from 1961. And so couldn't pass it up. It's got one of those fisheye dots there between the A and the T, as you see there, which is a common kind of vintage printing thing, I think. But all day I'll take this card, and I just think it is really nice looking. So that was that one. So another one. And the fifth and final card of this PSA grouping of vintage comes from also the 1961 set, and it's one of these inserts, and it's the MVP card of Hank Aaron, who of course unfortunately passed away recently. And there it is. I love this blue, and this is from the 1961 Topps set, and here he was from his MVP year in '57. This is a photo that they used more than once at Topps in a couple of different cards. Those of you who are bigger Aaron collectors than me will know that, but I think actually this might be only my second Hank Aaron. I've got a 1965 Topps in this collection, but it's not great in terms of centering and so on. So I really like this one. Nicely centered, great eye appeal, and I guess I didn't put that on camera, but it's a PSA 5, and just looks great to me, and I just am really happy to have it. So there's the Hank Aaron. So those are the 5 vintage PSA pickups. Thanks as always for tuning in. Like I said, I've got some stuff that's non-PSA that eventually I'll cross over, and so I'll do a separate video of that stuff for vintage. And like I said, I've got a hockey video coming, got a big lot video coming of some baseball, basketball, those kinds of things, some stuff that I'm picking up, stuff that I pulled from some breaks and so on. So definitely got some more content coming, but thanks as always for tuning in. I hope you all are well, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya.